What's going on, everybody? What's going on? You know who it is. It is your boy, Mr. Trey, 5K, all day holding it down. But for those of you who don't know, it's your boy, LL Cool Trey. Let's take it back a little bit. Trey Belafonte. Yo, so funny, man. People been in the comments like, Trey, put the glasses on, and the bald head. They like, you look like the pimp. You know, Pimp C. And I'm like, you know what, I take that. You know what I'm talking about. Long live Chad. Long live Pimp C, man. UGK, one of my favorite rap groups. UGK, 8Ball, MJG, Outkast. Those are some of my favorites, you know. Goody Mob. So it's okay if I look like the pimp. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, before we get into this, I need a little something from you. I need you to like this video. I need you to share this video. And if you haven't already, I need you to sub to the channel. Now let's get down to business. What I got for you today, 10 fragrances from my collection, okay, that are long-lasting, head-turning, and compliment-getting. These 3 fragrances pretty much demand and command attention and command the room when you walk into them. All right. No further ado, let's get to it. A new one from a house that I love, from a line that I love. The house is Paco Rabanne. The line is Invictus, and this is Invictus Parfum. Give myself a little spray of that. That's good. That's good. Do yourself a favor and get this. Get this, championship trophy. I'm probably going to pick up the new Invictus Aqua that just came out as well. I have an older batch of Invictus Aqua, but I want the new one. I want it. I'm having an itch. So I got some fragrances ordered from Macari. I don't know if, well, I placed a bid on 2 fragrances, hoping that they accept my offer. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll know in the morning. But if not, I'm probably finna go tear down dealers again. But about this fragrance right here, you do pick up on the Invictus DNA. You definitely pick up on that blue, that bubblegummy, that youthful vibe that it has. But it's just a little bit deeper than that, a little bit richer, but definitely a scent profile that is going to get you compliments when you walk in the room with this on. They're going to notice you, and they are going to smell you. It is a mass appealing, crowd pleasing fragrance with some depth, some sweetness, and some richness. Really good scent. From the house of Paco Rabanne, from the line of Invictus, it is Invictus Parfum, and I love that bottle. This next one may be discontinued, so it may be a little harder to get, but it wasn't real popular, so I don't see the prices on it being astronomical. It's out there. It's out there. From the house of Giorgio Armani, from the line of Acqua di Gio, it is Absolut Instinct. And this is pretty much a full bottle, and I bought this from the homeboy Cheapo Depot. And this one right here is a monster performer, monster projector. It's what we would call in the South a strong. You pick up on a little bit of that Acqua di Gio DNA in the metallicness. Doesn't really have as much aquaticness as some of the other Aqua lines, as some of the other di Gio flankers. But it does have a little bit of that metallicness and a little bit of that freshness. It's a little bit misleading with the name Absolut, especially in the opening. Now, if I remember correctly, the dry down on this one is where you get to that Absolut part, where you get to that dark, woody, rich part of the fragrance. But on the top half, you're going to get a little bit of that freshness that you get from the original Acqua di Gio with just a hint of the metallicness, and it's just a good overall fragrance. Definitely long lasting, definitely head turning. It has a clean freshness about it that people really like, and they're going to compliment you on this fragrance. And it's kind of a rare fragrance, so you're not going to smell like anybody else when you wear this. because not a whole lot of people have it. But if you have it, it's one that I suggest that you pull out and wear. From the house of Acqua di Gio. It is Absolut Instinct. Proud to have that in my collection. This next one, man, this smells real good. Those first two are hitters, man. Those first two are straight fire. And this next one ain't no joke either. From the house of Victor and Rolf. It is Spice Bomb Extreme. Now, many say that this is what the original Spice Bomb smelled like before the reformulation. I don't know, because I didn't have it before the reformulation, so. Very good. Sweet, super spicy. 2 to 3 squirts of this is all you're gonna need. You don't want to overspray this, but it's like wearing a tub of Red Hots around your neck. Spicy, sweet, cinnamon is what you get. Really, really good fragrance. I like it. I like it a lot. But this is one of those fragrances that is definitely gonna turn heads when you walk in a room because of the sweetness and the spice. It is definitely a great performing fragrance. It's gonna last a long time. And this is one of those compliment getters. Now, the only thing about this one is you have to be mindful of your sprays, because if you overspray this one, it could burn some nostrils, some nose hairs, and then you're not gonna get any compliments. But if you wear this with in the right situation, right temperatures outside, with the right outfit, the right attire, you're gonna be just fine with this one. And you're definitely gonna turn some heads when you walk by smelling like cinnamon and spice and sweet, especially on a cold day. You're kind of a big boy like me, you got yourself nice and clean. Maybe you got on a nice pair of dungarees and some nice kicks on your feet, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a nice little leather jacket or blue jean jacket, or if you like me, you know, throw on a Columbia jacket or a North Face jacket with your sneaks and your jeans and a little sweater and rock out like that. Like one of my favorite things to wear is my hoodies and my joggers, especially this time of year, because it's just big boy friendly. It's comfortable and it's clean and it looks good and it doesn't cost a bank. So if you got that on and you wear this and you walk in the room, I think you're gonna garner some attention. I think you're gonna garner some compliments and you're gonna feel good about yourself when you walk around with that head up like this. But again, nice, sweet, spicy fragrance. If you don't like sweet and spicy, don't buy this, as it's not gonna be your cup of tea. It's just gonna sit on your shelf. I'm looking to pick up Spice Bomb Infrared Parfum. If anybody out there has it and you're willing to part ways with it, email will be in the description. Let me know. Maybe we can work out a deal. I'm gonna tell you now though, I'm not paying you until I get it. Once I get it, it's COD here. It's cash on delivery. Once I get it, I'll bless the Cash App, and then, you know, that's that. Because I ain't going nowhere. I'm not shutting down my channel. So it's not like I can hide. You know what I'm saying? My email's been out there for years. And some of you already have my address because you sent me stuff. So, or I've sent you stuff. So I ain't going nowhere. So, but anyway, looking to add Spice Bomb Night Vision. No. Spice Bomb Infrared EDP. I have the EDT, looking at the EDP. But this one right here fits the category of this perfectly. This next one is kind of in the same wheelhouse, but it is what it is. I think this is a great fragrance. I like this fragrance. They're both really, really good. I think this one may be discontinued now. I'm not 100% sure, but it's from the house of Bulgari, and it is Bulgari's Man in Black. I had this, traded it, and then repurchased it. I got this one from Cheapo Depot too. That's Keith Crook. That's The Fragrant Life, if y'all don't know. And again, this is one that does not take a lot of sprays with this. Now, do you need this and Spice Bomb Extreme? Not necessarily. Do they smell the same? No. They're similar. They're very, very similar, but you can get away with having them both because it is a noticeable difference. This one is not quite as loud, but it's a little bit more refined and a little bit smoother is what you would get. Almost like Extreme would be the EDP and this would be the Parfum. That's a good way to look at it because this one's a little bit deeper, not quite as loud, but you still get the same type of sweetness and the same type of spice. Definitely a cold weather monster. This bottle is super full. Definitely one I will pull out in the cold weather. I want to say this maybe has a kiss of citrus running through there, through the bottom of it. There's something in it that makes it a little bit lighter and a little bit fresher and just a little bit easier to wear than Spice Bomb Extreme. Yeah, this one's just a little bit more wearable, but still the type of fragrance that when you walk in the room, people are going to notice it. People are going to smell it. It's going to leave a scent profile, a scent trail behind. And it's going to smell really good. It's going to smell really good. From the house of Bulgari. It is Bulgari Man in black. Good fragrance right there. This next one is a fragrance that, for whatever reason, women love. Women love this fragrance. It's from a great house. The house is Versace. The line is Arrows. And this is Arrows Parfum. And it doesn't matter whether you have the Parfum, the EDT, the EDP, or Arrows Flame, or Arrows Energy. They're all good. They're all compliment getters. They all are good lasting fragrances. This one right here is one of those fragrances that you get great longevity, great performance out of it. Sort of blue, sort of minty, sort of fresh. Just a great fragrance. And the beautiful thing about this one is this is a year-round type of scent. This is one you can wear in January. As T.I. said, what did he say? From June to July, from here to Dubai. Ain't that how he said it? I mean, it's just one of those fragrances that, that you can wear year-round. I think it has enough oomph that you can wear, enough oomph and enough sweetness that you can pull it off in the winter, and enough green and sweetness that you can wear it in the summer. It's just an all-around good fragrance. Again, slightly green, slightly blue, sweet, definitely sweet, easy to wear fragrance. Doesn't cost a whole lot. Pretty good price for what you get for this size bottle. I think you can get it for just over 100, maybe 125 bucks or something, and that's not bad. And this is one you can definitely pick up at discounters, especially the original Arrows EDT. You can pick up at the rag stores and the discounters and save yourself a lot of money, and it's a really good fragrance. So from the house of Versace, it is Versace's Arrows Parfum. That's a good one to me. That's a good one. Talking about setting some nose hairs on fire. If you overspray this one, you might just combust. But if you wear this fragrance properly, you get a sweet, rich, spicy tobacco. So the fragrance that I'm talking about is from the house of Mancera, and it is red tobacco. And this one bottle of this should last you a lifetime. This ain't for everybody, and they just made an intense, and I'm curious, and I'm considering copying the intense. But then I think, why do you need to be more intense than this? Because this is very intense. But again, sweet, spicy tobacco is what you get with this. The tobacco note in it is absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love this fragrance. Don't overspray this. You make 3 sprays at the most. Place your sprays strategically. I say back of the neck. I say hit yourself in the chest. And then that third spray, that's at your own risk on that third spray, because 4 or 5 of sprays of this, nah. Unless you're going to be outside and you know you're going to be outside all night and it's extremely cold. As this just performs. And I absolutely love it. This is my first fragrance from the house of Mancera, and it started me down a Mancera journey. I love Mancera fragrances. I think they're amongst the best of niche fragrances. Now, I don't really even know how we still consider Mancera to be niche or Parfums de Marly to be niche, because the fragrances that they make a lot of times are just dressed up designer fragrances. This is not one of those though. This is not one of those. Just like from Parfums de Marly, Sedley's not one of those mass appealing, dressed up designer fragrances, because not everybody's gonna like this. This is a fragrance from a niche house that actually fits the niche demographic, because not everybody's gonna like this. This is only for a select few because it's so sweet and spicy. And the same thing with Sedley. Not everybody's gonna like that old school masculine barbershop type vibe that you get from Sedley. Not everybody's gonna like that. So, not especially when you compare it to Percival and Leighton. But anyway, a good smelling powerhouse of a fragrance that is definitely gonna command and demand all eyes on me when you walk in the room. That's what it's gonna do. From the house of Mancera, it is red tobacco. Got Cedroc Boisé on the mind. All right, guys, I got 4 more. This one comes from a very overlooked house, a very overlooked line. The house is Azzaro. The line is Wanted, and this is Wanted EDP, and this is a good one. This is a good fragrance. A really, really good fragrance. And I said EDP. I think this is a Parfum concentration. Your boy gets a little confused with it. Now, I know the difference between an EDT, an EDP, and a Parfum, and an extract. It's just the level of perfumer's oil that's used. EDT, of course, has the EDC, of course, has the least, and then you go up from there. I think an EDT comes in at about 20 to 22%. An EDP comes in at about 30 to 35%. A Parfum somewhere between 30 and 40%. Extract is about 50% for those that didn't know. Now, this is a really, really good fragrance. Again, I hate to keep saying that, but all of the fragrances today have one thing in common. They're gonna have some sweetness in them. That's just the way that it is. That's just the way that's where we're at in Fragcom. Everything is going for that syrupy, sweet, slightly gourmand type of fragrance. And that's gonna be mostly what you get when you pick up a new designer fragrance today. Nobody's stepping outside of the box. Nobody's trying to do anything different. Now, do the fragrances smell good? Yes, they smell good, but it is what it is. But do I like this one? Yes, it reminds me a lot of Most Wanted Parfum, which has eluded your boy's grasp. I could have picked it up this weekend. I went to JCPenney's, and I don't think there's not an Ulta in JCPenney's anymore, so it's just JCPenney's. Speaking of JCPenney's, I picked up a fragrance and was really impressed by first sniff. I didn't spray it on anything. I didn't sample it. I should have gotten a sample of it. It's called Messi. I think he's a soccer player. It smelled good. It smelled good. I'm not in any rush to get it because I feel like it'll be at discounters, the rack stores in 6 months to a year, and I'll pick it up then. So I'm not interested in paying $71 for it right now. But it was nice. It was nice. Really, really sweet, really clean. Again, nothing groundbreaking. It wasn't, good news is it wasn't a Baccarat Rouge clone. It wasn't a Sauvage clone. It wasn't an Invictus clone. It just smelled like a really nice, clean fragrance, twinge of blue to it. But it was really, really good. I was really, really shocked. I'm not really a fan of the bottle. Bottle's funny looking, and I think it's an exclusive to JCPenney's. But if I go back that way this weekend, because the closest JCPenney's to us is in Jackson, Tennessee, which I go down there and do a lot of shopping. So If I go this weekend, I may swing in there and see if I can get a sample of it for full review. But I say that to say, when I was in there, I saw, excuse me, the Most Wanted Parfum, and I like that fragrance. That's another one that I'm going to have to add to my collection. So if there's anybody out there with the 100 ml bottle of Arrows Most Wanted Parfum that you are looking to get rid of, my email will be in the description below. Hit your boy up. It is possible that I will take that off of your hands because I love the Wanted line. And this reminds me of that. It's not quite as strong. It's not quite as deep. It's not quite as rich. This one is a little bit more wearable, but at the same time, it's still very, very pronounced. They're gonna smell you when you walk in the room with this, and they're gonna like it, and you're gonna get compliments on it. So, but I'm gonna say this too. Again, this is not a panty dropper video, and this is not a video about getting compliments. But you know what? We have to have topics, you know. So for those, because people get frustrated when they and say stuff like, you shouldn't wear fragrances for compliments. Okay, so what do you want me to talk about? What do you want me to talk about? Skittles? I mean, what do you want me to talk about? So, that's why we do videos like this. That's all, guys. That's it. So, but from the house of Arrows. Really, really sweet, really good, slightly gourmandy, date night type of fragrance, cool weather, cuddle type of scent. Just a really good overall easy to wear date night type of fragrance that just smells good. Again, great performance, great longevity, nice projection, good scent profile, compliment getting fragrance. It's gonna turn your head and it's gonna last quite a while. From the house of Arrows, it is it is Wanted Parfum. Man. All right, I got two more. Like it or not, love it or hate it, whatever. Don't bore her, be or her, and she'll act right. The original Sauvage. The original Sauvage. Like it or not, love it, hate it, but you can't deny it. It's like Pac said, I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. This fragrance is beastly in its projection. It's beastly in its performance. And it is a fragrance that is regarded by many women as sexy. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I don't know what you want me to tell you. This is one of the most, 3 fragrances I get asked about. Bulgari 540, Creed, and Savage. That's all they want to know about around here. Bulgari, Creed, and Savage. That's what they want to talk about. And all 3 of those, Creed smells good, Bach smells good, but so does Savage. Sauvage is a really great smelling fragrance. It just is. And the EDT, sort of blue, sort of reminds me of Bleu de Chanel a little bit, but it's got a lot more oomph than the original Bleu de Chanel. It's very loud, it's very strong, it's very boisterous. They're definitely gonna smell this on you. Definitely gonna smell this on you. They're definitely gonna compliment you, and they're gonna think you smell really, really nice. And they're gonna tell you about it. With this fragrance, it's gonna turn heads as soon as you walk in. I'll never forget one of the last times I wore, I think it was the Parfum. I haven't told this story before, but I was filling out some paperwork, and the young lady walked by. She looked at me. She walked back by. She looked at me. About the 4th time she walked by, she stopped and she said, "I don't know what cologne you got on, but you have got this whole office smelling good." And there for a minute, I was transcended to a place and time in Harlem Nights when she said, "I got a girl whose cookie is so good, and you throw it in the air and turn to sunshine." Well, that's how good I was smelling that day. Now, I had on the Parfum, but still, this one is just as good, just slightly different. From the house of Don't Bore Her, Dior Her. It's Dior Sauvage, the original. I got two more. This next one is amongst my favorite fragrances, and I've only had one person tell me they didn't like this fragrance. One person, a friend of mine. We went out just on a little lunch date, just eating some lunch, and I wore this, and she didn't like it. But she also doesn't like red tobacco. She also is not gonna like Spice Bomb Extreme. She doesn't like fragrances with spice. So they aggravate her little tender allergies, whatever. From the house of Prada, it is Lunar Rosa Black. And this was popping up at Burlington, and I was able to score, and I'm so thrilled. I need to purchase a backup bottle of this because it has been discontinued, and the price of this will go up as supplies go down, and supplies will go down on this because this fragrance is loved by many. Okay. Trying to find a clean spot of skin. I need it on, it'll be okay. I know what it smells like. This one right here, again, powdery, irisy, goodness. Long lasting, great performing, great projecting. The powderiness in it, for whatever reason. I wore this on a first date one time, and it went well. Let's just say that. It went well. She couldn't stop smelling me and just wanted to be all over you, boy. You know. And after I left, I got one of the greatest text messages of all time, you know. My bed still smell like you. So it's good. It's good. If you don't have this in your collection, you may want to get it now because it has been discontinued, and I don't know how long it's going to be before people like me start buying up extra bottles of it. So from the house of Prada, it is Prada Rosa Black. This next one and last one on this list is a really good fragrance as well. I bought it over the summer, and I am tickled to have it in my collection. And it is from the house of JPG. Still not a fan of this bottles, but it is Elixir. It is Elixir. Pull the trigger. Let me put my glasses on so I can see. Bam. Get the tab off. That Absolut, the citrus in it is really coming to the forefront. And it's a really well made, really well blended fragrance and a really well blended citrus. That's really, really nice. Elegant. Not in a YSL tuxedo kind of way, but it's good. It's a really, really good fragrance. All right. And that Invictus is doing what it do too. That's nice. And so is the Spice Bomb. And so is the Bulgari Man. All of them. I mean, this one is starting to really line up with the rest of the Wanted line, like Wanted by Night, Most Wanted, Most Wanted Parfum. Yeah. It's starting to line up with those more. The longer it stays on my skin, that gingerbread baking type of scent profile is there. Really, really good. Really, really good. Really, really good. I'm gonna give this one a spray. I'm gonna give this one a spray. Ladies love this scent, guys. They do. I mean, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Forget about it. They love it. I mean, just forget about it. They love it, man. I'm trying to get my pen back on so I can lock it back up. There we go. Maybe a bit of a redundant purchase for me, but I wanted it and I got it, and I'm glad to have it. Do you need this and Arrows? No, you don't. So whichever one you like better, whichever one fits your taste buds or your profile better, they're going to be very similar. I know that they're two different companies because one is Jean Paul Gaultier and the other one is Versace, but these two fragrances are not all that far apart. This is not all that far apart from anything in the Arrows line. You'll probably come up on the Arrows fragrances a little bit cheaper than you will the JPGs, but this is a good fragrance. It really is. I'm not sure I like this more than Ultramar, but what you have with this one is that, again, very familiar because everything right now that's coming down the pike is very similar. Sweet, minty, slightly gourmand, warm type of fragrance. That's what you got. Very well made, great projecting, lots of longevity, compliment getting, head turning. They're gonna notice you when you walk in the room smelling like this. It is, and ladies love it. It is a crowd favorite, and I am smelling super good up in here as I've got all of these fragrances on. You can't tell me nothing right now. You can't tell me nothing. And I like each and every one of these for various reasons, but all of these will get you noticed, will get you some attention, may get you something else if you play your cards right. Yeah, I said it. But anyway, listen, I'm gonna get off of here, thumbnail it, edit it, get it up to you so you can see it. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. Hope everybody's week is off to a good start. If you in the North Carolina, Tennessee area where the storms were bad a couple of weeks ago, and in the Florida area, I hope you all are safe. If you got family and loved ones up there in those areas, I hope you're looking out for them and taking care of them. Thoughts and prayers still go out with them, out to them, because those people still need some help. They need at least our love, our prayers, and our support. We can't do nothing else. We can pray for them. So, but anyway, I'm gonna get off of here, thumbnail it, edit it so you can see it. I love you all. May God bless you all. Till next time, guys. Peace.